guys, and welcome to my channel. I'm Nat, and I started this channel to discuss the stuff that I read. So since this is my first video here on Booktube, I'm gonna start with the Booktube Newbie tag, just so that I can introduce myself to the Booktube community. So, the first question, why did you start this channel? So I started this channel so that I could have a place to discuss all of the books that I read, because I read a lot of mainly fantasy and I don't really have a lot of friends in real life who read the same books as me, and I have a lot of thoughts and opinions on the stuff that I read. So I started this channel so that I could talk about it here and hopefully make some friends who want to discuss the same books that I read. So what are some fun and unique things that you can bring to Booktube? I feel like I'm in a job interview. Okay, so my opinions, hopefully, like I mentioned, I'm very opinionated when I read, so I feel like I have a lot to say when I read, and I feel like I have a lot of ideas just for like top lists, and I also enjoy a lot of fantasy video games, so I'm hoping that I can incorporate that. I don't know. What are you most excited for about this new channel? So I'm excited, as I kind of touched on in the first question, I'm really excited that I have a place where I can talk about the stuff that I read and hopefully find a community of people who are into the same books that I am and who are willing to have these conversations and discussions with me. I'm really excited about that because, like I said, I don't really have a lot of people in my life that do read the same stuff that I do. So that is that. Why do you love reading? Okay, so I've been reading ever since I was really young, and when I was growing up as a kid, we moved around a lot and I changed schools a lot, and so I didn't really have a consistent friend group. And so this probably sounds really cheesy, but I was growing up with like Harry Potter and Del Toro's Quest, and I felt like bringing these books around with me while I moved and, like, you know, reading the new entries really felt like those were my friends, and so I would just really immerse myself in those worlds, and I kept up that habit growing up. So what book or series got you into reading? I guess I kind of answered that, so it would probably be a combination of Harry Potter, Del Toro's Quest, and Aragon, all fantasy books, if you can tell what my favorite genre is. What questions would you ask your favorite booktubers? Honestly, I would ask how they have so much time to read. Every time I'm reading booktubers, they're like, I read these 8 books this month, and I'm here reading 2 books a month in school, but still struggling to finish just reading 2 books a month. So that is the number one thing I want to know, is how do you guys have so much time to read? Seriously, how do you read so many books? What challenges do you think starting a booktube channel will be the hardest to overcome? Definitely maintaining a balance between booktube and reading, and also school. So as I mentioned, I have a pretty small book goal right now while I'm in school. I'm hoping in the summer I'm gonna up it a little bit, but yes, that is what I think is going to be the biggest struggle, is posting consistently, like, while trying to maintain actually reading and the other important things in my life, which is mainly school. When did you start reading? So I started reading, as I said, at a really young age, pretty much as soon as I was able to read. I was always found with a book in my hand. I was always up late with a little light under the covers, and my parents would be like knocking on the door, yelling at me to go to bed because I had school in the morning. So at a very young age, I started reading. And where do you read? I read anywhere, pretty much. I read on the couch, I read in bed in the mornings and at night. I read on the subway to school when we're not in a pandemic, obviously, and any sort of like waiting room. I'm not really picky. I just read wherever. So what kind of books do you like to read? I mentioned that I really enjoy reading fantasy. That is definitely my favorite genre. I also really like horror, and I dabble in sci-fi. I haven't read that many sci-fi books, but the ones I have, I enjoyed. So we're gonna say like a fantasy, a horror, and then a sci-fi with some contemporary as well. And what does your book collection look like? Well, my book collection looks like this. It's pretty small. I am on a student's budget, but I also have my Kobo that has like 80 books on it as well. So most of my books are ebooks. So this is my physical collection, and then I have a ton more digitally. So that is my Booktube newbie tag. I hope you guys enjoyed watching it. I'm really excited to be a part of the Booktube community, and I'm really looking forward to hopefully having some great discussions about all of my favorite books with you guys. So thank you for watching, and I hope to see you guys around.